Good evening, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Sean Stiles with a look at your weather. And it looks like the heat wave over the mountains and deserts is about to expire at 8 p.m. The extreme heat warning and the heat advisory will come down as far as the National Weather Service is concerned. That doesn't mean we're going to cool down back to, near normal temperatures or even cool temperatures. It'll still be hot. It just won't be at the level where they're posting these warnings and advisories. We do have something new coming up, though. We have this beach hazard statement along the Southern California coastline for increasing high tides throughout the late afternoon and into the evening as king tides get rolling here. And then combination of south swell coming in, we could see some coastal flooding in low-lying areas, so keep that in mind. Check with lifeguards when it comes to going out in the ocean. There could be some stronger rip currents, especially in the afternoon with that incoming tide. 74 was the high today, 75 the 30-year average, so the coastline, really there has been no issue with heat whatsoever. In fact, it's been a pretty spectacular week here, and it looks like we'll continue that trend right on into the weekend. Now, as far as forecast highs are concerned tomorrow, we should have mostly sunny skies in the afternoon along the coastal strip. Once we burn that marine layer off, inland you'll notice those temperatures back down to the mid to upper 80s, not the low 90s. In the mountains, you'll be back down a few degrees closer to where you should be, and it won't be in the teens in the deserts, 108, which is, in my book, pretty darn hot. Current temperatures, it's beautiful from the mountains all the way out to the coastal strip. Coastal strip, mid to upper 60s, and once you get inland, low to mid 70s, and the mountains the same. The deserts, it's still hot at 106. You'll probably get down into the low to mid 90s for your overnight lows. As you look at the surf, 2 to 3 feet, with an occasional 5-foot set rolling in, primarily out of the southwest. Southwesterly breaks, Trestles Oceanside, maybe some of the La Jolla Reef areas. That means the rip current risks will still be moderate. So check with your lifeguards and look at how high that tide is at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, at 6.6. Monday night or Sunday night and Monday night, it gets even higher, just about 45 minutes later each and every night. So by the time we get to Monday night, I think it's like a 7.2. So a lot of water coming in as that tide pushes in. That's a live look from Mount Soledad, and you can see it. I would call this mostly cloudy skies. There's still some blue out there, but for the most part, that marine layer is rolling in pretty quickly. 69 degrees downtown, a light breeze out of the southwest. We're starting to see a little bit more moisture develop in the atmosphere, and we'll see a lot more over the weekend as monsoonal moisture starts to come in from the southeast. Still over 100 in Palm Springs, Las Vegas, and the Phoenix area. Include the San Joaquin Valley with that. Fresno at 100, 103 in Bakersfield. 60 in San Francisco and Monterey, and 67 in San Luis Obispo. Los Angeles at the Civic Center at 70 degrees. So this dome of high pressure is going to shift and move, and as it does, we'll get away from all that heat. But around the high pressure, we're going to start to see moisture pump into Southern California. And eventually, that will really get going as we get into, say, late Sunday into Monday. We're going to have a weather impact over the mountains. This will give you a little bit better idea. Watch all the moisture come out of Mexico. This is coming out of mainland Mexico and the Gulf of California, Sea of Cortez. Two names for the same place. This moisture streaming up from mainland Mexico will get caught around the circulation of that high pressure. And here's the band of showers that we see coming through San Diego. Over the desert southwest into Arizona, they could have some flash flooding out there with that much moisture moving in. And then watch what the high pressure does. It kind of wedges in and sends a spike out towards the coastline here. And eventually we see really warm conditions as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then eventually, we'll start to cool down, but it's going to get pretty hot, say, midweek. All right, there's the showers coming through tomorrow night, and then we'll get a little break, and then there'll be more showers and plenty of moisture in the atmosphere. And we're keeping our eye on this, but you can see how everything's coming from the southeast to the northwest. And so we could see some showers, light ones, at the coastline. We'll have to wait and see on that. Mother Nature is kind of fickle when it comes to these things. 73, 74 for Sunday and then into Monday. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, as I told you, it's going to warm up. And look what happens in the inland microclimates. We go 91 94 on Wednesday, and then cool down a little bit. So by the weekend, we'll start to see that subside just a little bit. We're going with a weather impact in the mountains because of the thunderstorms, and then a big warm up come Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the mountains and deserts. That's a look at your weather.